Hey guys, today I want to talk about the the trap you can fall into for getting into consuming content or overconsumption versus creating or consumption without creation. So naturally, if you want to start something new or when I want to start something new, I go into the research stage, right, where I'm trying to figure out how to do the skill, what tools I need, etc. The problem is this is the most dangerous place you can be because what happens is you start I'm saying you, but me. I'll start looking things up and then I'll stay in the cycle almost indefinitely where I start looking at all this information past the basic level. I'm in the advanced level looking at theory and all these skills and techniques and problems or solutions for problems I haven't even encountered yet because I haven't even started. So I think it's important to identify when you're doing this so you can get out of the trap of overconsumption without creating. Because if there's one thing I've noticed as I started creating stuff is that you don't really value information until you actually need it. So, for example, I was trying to learn how to do um, or how to write online or how to like structure YouTube videos. Had I consumed those videos prior, I wouldn't have appreciated them. Actually, better example. There was this one video for the guy who makes Mr. Beast's video. That it was a like F film school, and he gives you a whole breakdown of his whole creative process from start to finish. And I had started watching that video before I had actually started making videos on my own. And at first it was okay, like I was consuming the content, but a lot of the things didn't make sense to me or didn't click until now that I'm on my maybe my 15th total video and I've been creating stuff and posting it. Now I get the magic or the advantages of him doing the things he does and how he does them, and I can actually appreciate the information and actually utilize it now that I have something to implement it to. Versus if I was just consuming that without before I started, there'd be no point. It's just wasted time. So I think the best way to make sure you don't get stuck in this cycle is identify the thing you want to learn, that project. Let's just go with YouTube videos. You want to go learn how to make a YouTube channel. Okay. You figure out under step two, what do you need to make the YouTube channel? What tools? Identify the gear, right? Your camera, your microphone, whatever. Then number three, how do you use them? Cool. You kind of figure out how those need to be used. Number four, do you have anything already at home that can serve that can you can use as tools for this skill? If the answer is yes, you're done. You're done. That's it. So now what you need to do is identify the smallest project you can make so you can go from 0 to 1, and then identify something in each project that you can improve upon. And you do that every time. For every one of those reps, you try to improve something little by little. And what that's going to do is eventually it's going to get you to the point where you're going to get so good with the tools that you have that you'll be able to take in new information and just keep pushing your skills up until eventually you will actually need new tools because you've exceeded the potential of the ones you have. You want to do that before you start getting new stuff, not after, right? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to get to the point where you get all these cool new tools and this new gear, you don't know how to use it, and then all it becomes overwhelming to use it when you only need about 10% of this new camera, but you are worried about using it to 90. Well, if you're not a professional, you're not going to be, or not even a professional, but you're not even like a skilled amateur, you're not going to be able to take advantage of half of the or 90% of the things anyway. So just figure out the basics of what you have, get your reps in, improve little by little to the point where you actually, when you need something new, you're gonna know why you need it and you're able to get the use out of it that you should, instead of trying to get something top tier now when you might not even be able to use it anyway. So focus on that, and then yeah, get out of the consumption cycle, figure out what you need to do, And then if you're going to consume anything, only do so after you've encountered a problem and you need to solve it. Not Don't try to consume to solve imaginary problems, because that's the worst trap. Don't try to consume in preparation, because you're not going to get anywhere. So get out there, stop looking at tutorials, and then get after it. See you guys next week.